Michelle, where's the judge?
I'm not sure. The judge is never ever late. Why is he late today, I wonder? Maybe he's ill. Maybe we're not going to be able to listen to any cases this morning.
He's here.
Oh! Hello, Judge. We were getting a little bit worried about you. Wondered where you were.
What does it say?
I have to go to the toilet, Michelle. Oh, okay, Judge. Right, good morning, everyone. I hope we're going to have a very nice day in this court today. I don't want anybody falling out, and I definitely don't want anybody fighting. So let's all behave, and that goes for all the people that are coming with a case.
We have Tigger and the little girl. So Tigger, what's your case against the little girl?
The case, Judge, is this. Judy keeps trying to steal Pooh Bear's honey. And Pooh Bear loves his honey. And if he can't have some, he gets very, very upset. And she keeps upsetting him, and then he gets angry with me. And it's not my fault, Judge. Okay, Judy, why do you keep stealing the honey? Because I really like it. It's very yummy. Yes, I know that. I like honey also. But I wouldn't go and steal it from Pooh Bear. You need to go and get your own honey. I'm sure Pooh Bear wouldn't mind showing you where all the hives are, where he goes to get his. There's plenty for everyone. Yes, Judge. But what if I get stung? Well, the thing is, you need some protective clothing. Anybody that has bees in a hive, they wear a special hat with all netting down the front and down the back. They have a very long smock and special gloves and great big boots that they tie to their ankles so the bees can't get down them. And when you've got your special gloves on, they can't sting you. Oh, I didn't know anything about all that, Judge. Pooh Bear doesn't wear all that. Pooh Bear doesn't need to. The bees know him very well, and they just don't mind him taking some of their honey. So what you need to do is find a shop that sells all these sorts of things. No, Michelle, get the tissues.
Okay, George.
Right. Calm down, little girl, while I tell you what you need to do. Michelle will find you the address of the shop that sells all this equipment.
George is went to court.
Whatever for?
I just got so upset, George.
Well, listen.
We need a builder to come in.
Who's made all this mess of my court? Ring the builder, please, Michelle.
I'm here.
Please, can you put back all my desks and things?
Okay.
I've had a bit of problem with this little girl called Judy. And all she's done is smash up my court. Now make sure you get those far enough away from me.
Okay. Is that...
I think so. Wait while you put the stool there for them to sit on, and then I can tell. I don't think that looks too bad. What do you think, Michelle?
Maybe this is a bit closer.
I don't want my desk any closer, thank you.
That's how it was, George.
Okay. I don't want to be too close to these people because they keep losing their temper.
Okay, who was there, George?
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for coming to help.
Bye-bye. I'm right, Tim. Tigger, would you come to your case?
Yes, Judge. like you said, if the little girl goes and gets all the equipment, Pooh Bear will show her where to go get the honey. And then that'll be everything solved. No more problems. Right, so, now listen, Judy, you've no need to get upset. What will happen is Michelle will find a place where you can go and get all the equipment that you need. Okay? Yes, Judge.
Yes,
I think I'll enjoy going and visiting the bees and getting my own honey. Right.
Right. Case dismissed. Right, Michelle, would you like to take her out?
Yep.
Yes.
And who's next?
I think we have a message. We have him Jake. Scotty man. Jake.
Okay.
So Scotty, what's your cog with Jake?
Good morning, Judge. My problem with Jake is he's a very, very noisy and annoying person. He gets all his pirate friends round and they're all singing pirate songs all the time. And then he goes hunting for treasure, and if they happen to find any treasure, then they all come back and have a great big party. And they make too much noise. It just goes on and on. I think Jake is very selfish. He doesn't think of anybody else except himself. Ooh, right, Jake. Well, of course I get excited, Judge, if I find some treasure. And then, of course, we have a party. Why wouldn't we? And I keep telling Spider-Man he's more than welcome to come and join in if he wants to come to the party. He could have fun and stop being such a grouch listening to the noise. What do you say to this, Spider-Man? Why don't you go to the party? 'Cause I don't want to, Judge. I just want to relax, watch a little bit of television and go to bed. Yes, well, as long as the noise is not really, really loud, I don't know what else you can do about it. Maybe you might think about moving house. You might even think about getting a detached house, and then you don't have to listen to the noise from next door.
Who's from next door?
That might be good. I think I'd like to live in a house that's not joined onto somebody else's.
Case dismissed. Michelle, need a toilet. So, Michelle, who do we have him caught next? We have him caught a lady. Mister. And the lady. So, mister, what is the cog with this lady? What? I did just up to a toilet.
Oh,
I should do this, Michelle.
we'll just wait a moment.
A moment.
We'll just have to wait for the judge to come back. There's nothing else we can do, is there?
Yeah. I do, Michelle. You can start again, Michelle.
Right. Judge, this lady is my wife. And my problem is she won't ever stop cleaning the house. She's scrubbing carpets, overing up, washing windows, you name it, she's cleaning it. And it just gets really depressing. Right, what do you have to say, lady? I don't want to divorce my husband, but I just can't stop cleaning. It's what I do. I can't stand any room to be in a mess. Everything has to be tidy and all the things put away properly. And I have to just keep washing my curtains, especially my net ones, because they're white and I need them to be extra clean. Okay, husband, what do you say? Listen, Judge, I like having the house tidy and clean, but there is... What's happening now?
I don't think I don't feel very well.
Oh,
The
no.
kid's going to a toilet all the time, Michelle. I think I
Okay.
don't feel well. What does Michelle say?
Well, we'll just have to wait and see how long he is.
I've got Michelle.
Okay, you're feeling okay, Judge?
I think I got diarrhea.
Oh dear.
What
Right.
does Michelle say?
I don't think we need it to know that particular piece of information, Judge. My mind is running riot now with pictures of you sat on a toilet. Okay, let's carry on with this case.
Yes.
So the husband's saying, I like my house clean, Judge, as well, and I don't mind putting all my things away into the proper place, like which I do all the time. But she just never ever stops. That Hoover, I'm surprised it still works. It's at it from 6 o'clock in the morning, and then sometimes it's 10 o'clock at night and it's still going. And then I haven't even got out of bed and she's saying to me, come on, get up, get up. I need to get the sheets off, I need to get them in the wash. Come on, lazy bones, get out of bed. And she's the same, Judge, when you're having a meal. You haven't even finished eating. And she's trying to take your plate and your knife and fork to get it washed. And I'll say to her, I've not eaten everything yet. Come on, look quick. I want to get everything back to tidy.
I got to tidy.
So, as you can see, Judge, it's not a very relaxing place to live. She's just going on and on, cleaning. And the place always smells of bleach. It stinks. So what do you propose then, sir? What I've told her is she either has to cut back a little bit on this continuous cleaning, or we'll just have to get a divorce. I can't live this way. It's making me feel ill. Right, what do you say then, lady? I'm not changing my ways. I like to just keep cleaning. If he's not happy, he knows what to do. Move out and leave me to enjoy my cleaning. Right. Well, there's your answer, sir. I think that brings this case to an end.
Case dismissed.
That was a very strange case, Michelle. Imagine getting a divorce just because you can't stand all the cleaning.
I'm getting divorced, she says. I'm getting divorced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It must get very tiring though, Judge, when the vacuum cleaner's just constantly going all day long and somebody's rushing round you and moving you all the time to clean up. You can never get to relax. That's true, Michelle. Right, let's move along.
This case is Daisy Duck and the old lady. So, Daisy Duck, what's your cog with this old lady?
Good morning, Judge.
Oh dear,
Morning, Michelle.
oh dear, Michelle, I'm in the toilet again.
Not again, Judge. Oh, can you all just wait a moment while the judge comes back?
Again, that's the third time, says an audience.
Yes, well, when you've got the rungs, you've got the rungs and you can't do anything about it. The toilet is the only place you can go.
What does the audience say?
They think it's funny. It's not funny if it's you that's got the runs and your tummy's hurting, is it? No, I suppose not, but it just seems funny for the judge to have to keep running away. Do you think he's nearly finished?
I've got round. And I just keep into a tour time, Michelle. I don't know why.
Okay, Judge. Right, then can I get back to this case?
Yes.
Daisy, what's your problem with this lady? The problem is, Judge, we live next door to one another. And this lady has put up a fence between us that is 10 foot high. I can't see anything. It's making my garden very dark. It's casting a shadow across it and I can't get into the sunshine. Okay, understood. Now then, lady, why did you put up a fence that was 10 foot high? Well, Judge, because I was fed up of Daisy and her friends looking over the fence all the time when I was in the garden. And I didn't have any privacy. Can I ask what's happening with this Daisy? What is wrong, please?
I can't do it, Julia. I can't get up, George.
Why?
I'm over.
Well,
Oh, stuck.
why have you fallen over?
Because I just did.
Are you fit to carry on with this case or
I
not?
think I am. I need to go to hospital.
Okay then.
I just had to go to hospital. Got no choice. So what can we do? Jesus,
Well, we can't do anything, lady.
So
I think, though, you will find...
how could you got my case and Daisy's not here?
Well, nothing, because
I come to do it with Daisy's
I
not
don't
here.
think there is any ruling that says you can't have a fence as high as you want it. I'm sure you can. If you want a great big fence and it's your house and you've paid for the land, well then that's okay. So I'm going to find in your favour.
Who's Tigger?
The old lady.
Case dismissed. So let's do a talking about the case. Hi, lady. How did you? Ow! I fell over. I can't stand up.
What's happening in this court today?
I stood up now.
Right.
So what was the problem? So how was it here after a case, old lady?
I feel very good because the judge is right. It's my land, I bought my house, and I can do what I want on it. Within reason, obviously. I know sometimes you have to go and get planning permission if you're wanting to put up a big building or something, but we're only talking about a fence. And if they weren't so nosy, peeping in at me all the time in the garden, I wouldn't have had to do it. Quite, says Michelle.
So, let's see your best case today. This is... This is a swear lady and Baby Mouse. What is swear lady? So, Baby Mouse, what's the colour biggest swimmer lady today?
Swim lady. Good morning, Judge.
I think I have to go. I made you a good read, so I can't continue. I
Okay.
have to go home to get better.
Right.
I think I'm going to just send you a replacement judge for today.
Okay. Who's going to be the replacement, I
I'm
wonder?
no replacement.
Oh.
Just said today when the judge is off.
Okay.
My name is Judge Kim Groves.
Okay.
I'm a new judge in town.
Right. So you'll have to start again now. What's the problem, please? Is it Minnie Mouse we call you? Yes, Judge. And this young lady here is a bit of a problem when we go swimming. We all go down to the pool in the town and we all just want to have a bit of fun.
So we else quite ask, what has happened, Michelle? What has happened to your good judge? Judge Tigger.
Judge Tigger Rinder has had to go home, Michelle. He's not feeling very well, so I'm taking over for now. Oh.
You're taking over for today?
Yes. So, the judge has gone home to go to bed, and then hopefully it might be better for tomorrow. Okay, Judge, I don't mind helping you. Right, so, sorry, what were you saying, Minnie? Well, Judge, the thing is, this lady is a professional swimmer and she goes in for competitions. So when we go to the local swimming pool and we just want to have a bit of fun, she gets very annoyed because she just wants to keep swimming up and down and doing length after length after length to build up her strength and her speed. But then that means she doesn't want anybody splashing or getting in her way. Well, we've all paid to go in, so it's not fair, is it, Judge? Let's hear what the swimmer lady has to say. Right, Judge. I'm practicing really hard because I want to go to the Olympics. I've been picked. As long as I can get my speed up to the time that they want me to do, I can go to the Olympics as part of the British team. Wow, that's very good, says the judge. I'll bet you're really excited. I am, Judge. Who's this?
I got some tablets from a doctor's and my diarrhea was gone.
Oh.
So I didn't need to rest. The doctor said I just need to take his tablets once a day and my diarrhea will get better.
Okay. So do you want me to finish this one case that I've started? And then you can come back in?
Yes, I'll just get outside.
Okay.
To do the next one.
Right. So, Lady Swimmer, you were telling me you've been picked to go to the Olympics, but you need to practice quite a lot. Yes, Judge, I do. But you can't expect everybody else who's gone to the pool to have fun just to keep out of your way. It's not very good, is it? I think if you talk to the people in charge of the swimming pool, I'll bet there's times in the day when they're not busy.
George, I'm just going for my dentist appointment.
Okay.
I'm doing about an hour or so.
Okay.
I'll be back in an hour.
So, as I was saying, all these local pools that are run by councils, they usually have time quite early in the morning, I know.
I've got to a dentist.
But they will let you go in the pool and just swim lengths. And I do know, even if it's not just you, they do have sessions where they have the ropes up and everybody's just swimming lengths. And I'm sure you could find a spot to do that. I'm sure if you talk to the pool and you tell them you're being picked for the Olympics, can you imagine how much publicity they would get if you got there? And then you'll be able to tell everybody on the television, if it wasn't for my local swimming pool helping me to train, I wouldn't have got here. Oh yeah, I never thought about all that. Because I could tell them the name. I could say, Barnsley Council let me swim doing my practice lengths at the Metrodome swimming pool. and then everybody would know what a caring council we've got. Yay! I'm going to try that, Judge. I'll let you know how I get on.
Okay, case.
Oh no, what's happening now?
I just because Michelle. Michelle just because they're taking a case. The case is finished. I do want to do because I'm new here. I don't do the case that I'm supposed to do. Craving is Ken. Michelle, what am I supposed to do? I have to do a case. Michelle?
Show him, Michelle.
I think he's got his meal here.
Yes, well, I'm sure Michelle can show him what to do.
Show me what to do.
You'll get hold of the gravel.
I'll do what with it.
You'll bang it down and say case dismissed.
Case dismissed.
That's it.
I think I got the hamburger now, Michelle.
That's better because if you have to come and take over again, you'll know what to do.
Yes, I know what to do. Oh, Judge's back now, and I'm going home. Goodbye.
Okay. Thank you very much for all your help.
I'm not going on a Judge. Went to a doctor to get some tablets. Let's see who I've got the best cases today. It is Colbert and a Gluderman. So Colbert, what's the problem? Biggest Gluderman today.
The problem is, Judge, this builder man was meant to be redoing all my kitchen, and I wanted a special cupboard in there. Not quite a refrigerator, but chilled a little bit to put all my honey in. And he said, oh, that's no problem, I can do that. So I did all the work and the kitchen looked really nice, I have to say. But then, when I opened the cupboard doors, it wasn't a chilled cabinet. It was just an ordinary cupboard, and I told him I wanted it chilled for my honey. Okay, come on then, Mr. Builder. You were asked specifically for a chilled one, so how come that's not what you've supplied to the customer? Well, Judge, it was very hard to get the bits and pieces that were needed for that. And I don't know, I couldn't do it. I didn't think it would be such a hard job. I'm sorry, that isn't good enough. If you didn't know how to do it, you should have gone to somebody that specialises in chilled cupboards.
Dancing Granddad! Dancing Granddad!
Well, have we got a dancing granddad in the court?
It's just catching my dance move.
Yeah, well, I think you better go practice somewhere else.
In a dance club.
Anywhere, but not in my court.
I thought it was a dance club
Oh,
to practice
no.
dancing.
Can you leave, please?
Who did tell me the direction to a dance club, Michelle? What are the directions? Tell me, and I do.
You go out of this door.
Out to the door, yes.
Turn left.
Which way is left?
That way.
Turn left.
And then you look for a street that says Midland Road.
I see Midland Road over here.
And over there, what used to be an old church is now a dance studio.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. I'm going to continue this case call there. So what was happening?
So I didn't get my chill cabinet that I wanted. Oh yes, I was just telling the builder he needed to go and see a specialist. I'm sure there are plenty of people about that know how to do this job. They could have supplied you with a chilled cupboard. And then that would have solved all the problems. But no, you have to try and do it yourself when you're not equipped to do this. I'm going to find in favour of Pooh Bear. You must rectify this immediately and go and get some specialist help to install this chill cupboard. Thank you, George.
Case dismissed. Who's that, George?
It's a very nice big Tigger cushion.
I just come to get your cushion, Michelle.
Yeah, that's okay, because
Because what?
if we need a rest, we can sit on you.
Yes, I was just staying here, Judge. So, Michelle, let's talk about the case. So, you two, how did you feel after the case?
Well, I'm really happy, of course, says Paul, because I'm going to get my proper chilled cabinet. And what do you have to say, Builder? Well, I can't disagree with what the judge said. I should have done that in the first place. You've got to own up to the fact that if you're not expert enough, you have to go and find somebody that is. And that's what I should have done in the beginning. So I'll do it now, and I will sort out the cupboard for Pooh Bear.
Okay, right. This case is a girl. The screwdriver. So have you two girl. What's the cock with this screwdriver?
Well, Judge, when I was on my holiday, we got to the hotel, and the rep from the travel company had a meeting with us all to tell us what activities were on offer. And she said we could book to go scuba diving. And I thought that sounded really exciting. Can you imagine going under the sea and being able to look at all the lovely fishes and everything that's going on? Yes, I understand that. I would imagine that would be quite good fun. Right, Judge.
Special announcement from a Kim. Can I tell you a special announcement?
Okay, what's the special announcement? Why have I got a king in my court? What's going on, sir?
On May is my coronation. Would you come when I have my coronation? Just to let you know.
Yes, okay, as long as it's when I finish my court.
Yes. It's my mum day, you know, Judge.
Okay.
So would you ask your court that day?
Well, I can do the court later. I can come to your coronation and then I'll do my court.
Okay, bye. So, girl, would you continue with this case?
Yes, Judge. So, we thought the scuba diving sounded really good. So, myself and my family decided to book for it. We also booked for some other trips as well, and they were great. We went to a city and looked at the cathedral, and it was beautiful. And then we had lunch on the way back. And then another trip that we went on, it took us to a market, and there were all sorts of bargains, and we thoroughly enjoyed it, Judge. Well, that's good. So what happened with the scuba diving? What a waste of time, Judge. We got there. There were other people as well. There weren't just my family. There were about 10 or 15 people there that had come to learn to scuba dive. So we got the scuba diver, and he had a helper with him just to make sure everybody was okay. They handed out all the equipment for us, and we all got sorted out. So first off, they take you into a swimming pool just to show you how to use the equipment so that your feet can still touch the bottom. Obviously, it's not like being in the sea. And that part was fine, but that was the assistant showing us what to do. When we went out on the boat and got into the sea, this man was useless. We all got into the water and were waiting for him to tell us where to go. And he just kept making silly signs at us that we didn't understand. So I tapped him and went like this to say, where should we be heading? And he just kept going, just swim around. So, Judge, all the people decided this is just a waste of time, so we went back up to the surface and got back on the boat and waited for him to come back.
Is this how I should go?
Shh, just come to ask this girl if she's okay.
Yes.
Yes, I'm fine. So we all got back on the boat and we waited. And then he finally arrived and couldn't believe we'd all come back to the boat. What's wrong? Weren't you enjoying your lesson in diving? Well, no, because you weren't learning us anything. We expected to see lovely, colourful fish and maybe some shipwrecks, and you just kept swimming around in circles. That's not a proper scuba diving expedition, is it? Who's this now?
You're allergic to shipwrecks. I'm allergic to shipwrecks. Don't mention that word again, George. I heard it.
Right. Well, if you're allergic to them, I think you're in the wrong profession.
What?
What? You shouldn't be going down trying to show people around. If you don't like the word wreck.
Do I allergic?
Right, well, I agree with this little girl. This was a completely rubbish lesson. Can you please get out of my court? Oh, here we go, Michelle, another lunatic. Get back where you came from.
Okay, I just told you I had a cold allergic to shipwrecks. That's what I told you, bye-bye. Oh, I'm up to Scuba Diver level. This sneeze. I'm okay, Mr. Scuba Diver.
Yes, Judge.
So let's
Right.
continue this case.
Well, my verdict is this. You have to find a better way to give your lesson and take these people on an expedition and show them something interesting. They all pay good money. They don't pay that just to swim around in circles, do they? No, suppose not, Judge. Right, so I find in favour of this little girl and all the other customers. I think the travel company is going to have to pay them back.
I'm Winnie the Pooh.
What?
You may call me Pooh for short.
There seems to be lots of disturbances today in my court.
Would you like to go with me? Walking with friends is one of my most very favourite things to do.
Order in my court.
I believe I smell
Order?
honey. Now we must find
What's he doing to a dog?
Oh,
baby.
can somebody please turn this bear around so it can walk away?
It's horrible.
Oh no, what a performance.
What did you say? You're just got crazy, Josh.
The judge says, I can't believe how stupid it's getting in this court.
So did you hear your verdict?
Yes, I've done my verdict.
Listen, case dismissed.
Thank goodness, how many more, Michelle?
What's the
It's just getting ridiculous.
I sure
It's
it's
one thing after another, Michelle.
it's a message. I'm cool. I just wanted to go somewhere on holiday on an occasion or something. Hi, Ted.
Well, I don't know why Pooh Bear's asking Judge Rinder about an holiday.
So, guess who's back? Mickey Mouse. And then he's got another cogweb with Donald Duck.
Oh,
Mickey Mouse keeps coming in.
what's happening?
Mickey Mouse is in again.
Mickey Mouse is in again? I don't believe it.
So what's his cogweb this time?
Right, Mickey. You seem to fall out with Donald Duck a lot. Why is that? Well, he's a bit annoying, isn't he, Judge? You can't talk properly to start with. Well, no, because he's a duck. That's why he talks like quack, quack, quack. It's the way he talks. What do you expect him to do?
What do you expect him to do?
Judge, are you getting a little bit annoyed with Mickey Mouse? Asks Michelle. I certainly am, Michelle.
Why?
Because I'm fed up of him turning up here every single day with something stupid to moan about.
How come Mickey always used to be rocking his
Oh, because he's too picky and fussy. He doesn't like anything that's going on, if you ask me.
It doesn't.
Right, so what's up now then? Well, we were in the clubhouse and Donald got really excited and he was talking really fast. I couldn't tell what he was saying. And what problem is that? That's not a problem, Mickey. That's no reason to come to a court. You should have just asked him, can you calm down a little bit and slow down the talking? You don't need to be in my court for that. I didn't mean to, says Donald. I can't help it, Judge. When I get excited, my speech gets worse. I just get too excited and I can't get all the words out. Well, maybe you should try and calm down a little, Mickey. Donald. Sorry, Donald.
Why did you call him Mickey?
Because I got a bit mixed up. It happens to the best of us, that. So what I think is, I'm not finding in anybody's favour. There's nothing to find. Because it's not really a proper case, is it? Just because one person talks a bit quickly, you can't bring them to court for that, Mickey. So I'm going to just finish the case with no verdict.
Case dismissed. But who should you go early home, Judge?
Because nobody's done anything wrong. I've told you, Mickey's just a pain. He's very annoying. I don't know why he keeps coming and getting on about everybody else.
Right, this case in court is a baker man and a builder man. So, baker, what's the problem with this builder man?
Well, Judge, the problem starts because this builder man bought a storage space just across the road from my bakery. Which is fine, I haven't got a problem with that. But he keeps blocking all the road because he's got vehicles parked everywhere. He's got a bulldozer, a truck, a van. Nobody else can get into park. He says, so when I've done all my baking, the big van can't get in to take all my bread to the supermarket. It's blocked all the time. He said, and so I did say to him, I don't really mind, I understand you've got lots of vehicles. But when it's time for my van to come, couldn't you at least just move one out of the way and then I can get my van in, load up my bread, and then it doesn't matter for the rest of the day? And what was the answer, sir? He just said, I can park where I like. It's just a public street. It doesn't belong just to you. Okay, builder. Why are you so mean? I'm not mean, I've just got lots of vehicles. Well, you should have thought about that when you were getting your new premises. You should have looked for somewhere that had enough space to put your vehicles in. I understand you're running a business, but so is the baker, and he needs the van to be able to get his bread, take it to the supermarket and sell it to the customers. And if you keep stopping him doing that, he's going to go out of business. Huh, what do I care? Why, you should. You know, all you people that have got your own little business, you should all be sticking together against all the big companies that like to run everything and take everything over. People like local businesses. They like to support them. So you need to be a little bit more supportive of your neighbour, the baker. It's not rocket science, you know. You just have to move one of your vehicles, even if it's only for an hour, just so he can load all his bread up. So I'm going to find in favour of the baker.
I don't want to move my vehicle.
Well, you'll have to.
So I feel like it's going to do some building work somewhere.
Well, if you're doing some building work somewhere, your vehicles will be wherever you're working, won't they?
I can't go as I was working there where the baker shop was.
Well, you should have just moved it a little bit. I'm not arguing with you, sir. I'm telling you my verdict.
So it's going to do some building work right next to the baker's shop, like a bugger house or something.
Just work it out with the baker so that you can both get your jobs done. It's not hard.
So baker, Tigger should do baker.
I think if you just said to me, I've got a job on at this house, and then I could say, well, I need the van to load up between 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock in the morning. Can we manage that? And I'm sure it's easy to do. Okay, then I suppose so. Right then.
That's easy to do.
To work around it and help one another.
Let's work around it. That's a good idea. Case is the best. Michelle, we're going to take her out. Yes. The last case of good day is guess who's got again?
Better not be.
It's Mickey Mouse.
God.
Again. With away this time. So Mickey Mouse, what's your problem with this lady?
Dare I ask? Dare I even go there? What sort of a stupid problem is this one going to be, Mickey?
I just have problems all the time, dude. I can't just help it.
Well, you're going to have to start
You have to
and
stop.
be a little bit more understanding of other people. You just want everything your way all the time. And life doesn't work like that. What's this lady done to you?
What does this lady do to you?
Well, she keeps bringing things that she's been cooking. She does some baking and brings buns. She does some cooking of potatoes and meat and stuff, and she brings that. Oh, she's always coming knocking on the door and bringing something. And your problem with that is? Well, why does she keep doing it? Why do you keep doing it, lady? I just love to cook and I love to bake, but obviously I can't eat everything myself. So I give it away. I don't just give it to Mickey. I take it to my other neighbours as well, and they all love it. I take them stew I've made, soup, buns, cakes, bread. Everybody else is really grateful, but not Mickey. Right then. Well, do you know what I think, lady? Stop taking things to his house. He's ungrateful. He's selfish. I'm sure there are lots of other people that would enjoy your things. Well, there are, Judge, and I do take some down to the homeless shelter for those people that haven't got a house, so that they can enjoy some nice food too. Very well done. See, Mickey, you could do something like that. Go and help people who are a little bit less fortunate than you are. And then maybe you wouldn't be grumping about all the time. I think you ought to go and do some charity work and see how some people have to live. No money, no home, no nice clothes, no nice food. And here you are, bringing a lady to court just because she had the nerve to fetch you some nice food to eat.
It's just too much, Judge. I can't do it.
I think, Mickey, you need to just go and do helping somebody. In fact,
I don't like helping.
In fact, as a judge, I can make you do some community service. What's that? What's that? What does that mean? That means you have to go and do so many hours work with no pay, helping out other people. And Michelle will sort all this out.
I can't do it okay. No way.
Yes, you can. This is instead of going to jail. You can either do the community service or you have to go to jail. It's up to you. What do you want to do?
Community circus. I'm not used to doing it, Judge. I'm going to have to do it tomorrow. And how could you have to do it before, Judge?
Because I just thought about it now, and I thought it was a good idea for someone like you.
I don't like work yet.
Well, go to jail then. I don't mind.
I'm retired now.
I don't care. If you're retired, it doesn't matter. You still can get community service.
I don't want to do it.
It's what we do with people who keep being naughty and being a nuisance.
I'm not being naughty. Not being naughty.
Right, well, it's your choice, Mickey. I've made my decision. I've made my ruling. Jail or community service.
Mama.
It'll only be for 2 hours a week. That's not a long time.
I can't, Judge.
Right, bye, jail.
No, Judge.
I've given my verdict.
I'm leaving. Woman for it.
Okay.
And Morgan can catch me. Case gone wrong. Okay. Ow. Case. Quite lady. Let's see how she helped after her case. Lady. How
Well,
did you heal?
I'm glad the judge agreed with me and didn't agree with Mickey. But it just seemed like Mickey's got off with it. Oh, I don't think so, says Michelle.
He has got off with it.
No, the police will find him and they'll sort him out.
They wouldn't sort him out. Because the police won't sort him out.
Okay.
It's too much for Mickey.
That's the end of the court session for this morning.
And we got inside the room.
Yeah.
Bye.